Hello everybody and welcome to webinar Tool Management in 4 Levels. Like Mr. Martin said, my name is Sami Pohjolainen and I'm a product manager of robotic application at Fastems. I have more than 15 years experience with project and product management in machinery industries. So today I will tell you how Fastems can increase your productivity and lower your cost with help of our tool management and tool automation solutions. So first, just shortly, I will tell you about the Fastems. So Fastems in a nutshell. Fastems supplies intelligent factory automation solutions around cutting machine tools. We have a century of history in the machine tool business, and our first automation system was supplied in 1982. And by now we have delivered more than 4,000 solutions. Our automation solutions are intended for small to medium batch manufacturing, from single pieces to some tens of thousands. Usually this goes along with high mix variance. We offer a solution in pallet and part handling domains to cover different kinds of machine tools, mainly around milling and turning, but also grinding, finishing, deburring, washing, measuring, marking, heat treatment, and so on. We also offer a software solution for manufacturing execution and services to support all our solutions across their lifetime. Our customers vary a lot in terms of size and industry, from SMEs to large enterprises, from general and special machine building to aerospace, fluid technology, medical, and more. Our purpose is to increase the productivity of metalworking manufacturers through automation and digitalization. So this picture shows you basically what is our ideal factory, how it looks like. So it shows basically now our portfolio and the solution what we are offering. We have 3 different elements for our solutions, and they are the manufacturing management software, as we call MMS. So that's the core of all of our deliveries and the projects. Also, most of the time, with the software, we are delivering also the automation hardware. So that's the second element. And the third one is the lifecycle services. And all of those are called Fastems automation solutions. Okay, now it's time to focus the topic of this webinar. And let's start with the interesting question. What are the benefits of tool management? Do I need it? So of course, one of the benefits is eliminate the human errors, meaning no scrap and machine stops because of wrong tool settings and missing tools. The second benefit could be that you are able to minimize the tool investment with the shared tools, and this will increase the flexibility and the efficiency. The third benefit could be that you enable the longer unmanned production cycles with the predictable and effective tool management. And also one benefit, you can minimize your cost by automated tool setups and the loading. With the Fastems FMS and the tool management, you can raise your spindle utilization level even above the 95%. So, how we do it at Fastems? I would like to introduce our 4 steps to effective tool management. The step 1 is the visibility to tool magazines with the manufacturing management system, our MMS software, scheduling and forecast of tool needs. The step 2 is the tool data transfer to machine tool with presetter integration. The step 3 is robotize central storage for tools. And the step 4 is the tool service cell. And like you see in the screen, the first 2 levels are only software, and the levels 3 and 4 includes the hardware as well. And also you are able to see that the utilization level increase when you go to next steps in your solutions. So let's start with the level 1, the tool resource monitoring. So first, let's start with the example calculation. Traditionally, no awareness on tool needs beforehand. This example is standalone machine in a traditional manufacturer's shop floor. So if you don't have tool management and the operator sees that the red light is blinking top of the machine tool, how long is the response time when the operator sees that? And the second question, how long it takes that the operator finds out the reason of the machine stop. We have the example calculation where we have used that if you have the 4 tool setups during 1 hour, you have 4 machine tools, and yearly you are running 6,000 hours per machine. If we then calculate, and this is the optimistic calculation, 10% of the time, the operator is probably not available, and the waiting time is about 10 minutes. And now we can say only 10 minutes. Only within these calculation numbers, the result is that the machine waiting hours will be 1,600 hours per year. So what are the costs? Waiting hours can be much longer if there are no sister tools available due to the small magazine, or the tool changes take a lot of more time. And if you even think about it, if you don't have a presetter at all, it's even impossible to calculate these kind of figures. So at the level 1, our MMS system sees all the tool resources. There is an up-to-date list of current and future tool needs. The MMS forecasts tool needs based on release production orders and fine scheduling. And the MMS is able to know 4 days in advance which tools are needed in which machine and when, like you can see in the top of this picture. This MMS module is available to the whole Fastems automation offering, and more than 90% of our customers is taking this in use. So the main benefits are less stoppages and more spindle hours for machine tools, and also it frees the operator time to the other tasks. And the Fastems predictive tool needs, actually the Fastems predictive all the tool needs for the future, and it's not calculating when the individual tool needs maintenance. And that's important to know. So our software always calculates in advance all the needs, all the changes, make the rescheduling of the system, the orders, and finds the best way to proceed. Okay, let's go to the level 2, presetter interface and the tool data writing. So it's time for the second example calculation. So how many scrap workpieces you have during the year because of wrong offset values? Or how many times the operator should press the buttons to insert the tool offset values? We have used the same configuration for this example calculation like in the previous one. So there will be 4 tool setups per hour, 4 machine tools, and 6,000 running hours. So our example will say that if you have 1% error chance, it means almost 1,000 errors per year. And if the error chance is 0.1%, which causes spindle crash, with this calculation, you will have 1 spindle crash per year. So again, the question is, what are the costs which could be avoided? Efficient tool management. And what are the costs of lost or reworked parts? And what about the cost of the new spindle? If almost 100,000 tool changes, how many numbers operator needs to tap in a year? And what happens to those numbers above 10? So at the level 2, basic principle, tool is measured quickly with a tool presetting device. The presetter should identify the tool either with the tool chip, which meaning that then there is no human error possibility, or the operator select the correct tool. And then of course there will be the possible human error risk. After that, the presetter sends the tool offset to our MMS system. And our MMS sent the tool data and the tool offset to machine tools when preset tool has been inserted to machine tool magazine. And there needs to be a way, of course, to identify a tool. For example, the chip or QR code. So at the level 2, the MMS has the full tool data management. So all the tool data is transferred over the network, which eliminates all the human errors. And the main benefits are, of course, eliminating the human errors, but also minimize the tool service resources and having one place for all tool data. And this also, of course, save the operator time and reduce the risk for crashes or scrap parts. Then the level 3, where we also adding the hardware, the centralized tool storage. So there are 2 main reasons for the centralized tool storage. The first one is the difficult materials, which means the short tool lifetime. For example, if operators cannot survive with manual tool management, the centralized tool storage is the correct solution. The second main reason for this is the high mix production, and it means the high number of tools. For example, with the high mix production without centralized tool storage, all the production should be planned very well. So all the tool usage, machine availability, which machine tool can make which product, and so on. And of course, it can be the combination with the difficult materials and the high mix production. But anyhow, usually it means that there will be also large number of machines. But all of those are combination in the end result will be that there will be the high number of tool usage and the needs. So the basic principle is that the gantry robot delivers the tools in and out of the machine tool magazine. And each tool can be utilized by many machines, and the tool loading is done in seconds and just in time. And this is our unique feature, meaning that all tools don't need to be in the machine tool magazines before the NC program starts. The robot will bring needed tool just in time when needed. So this centralized tool storage can be positioned on the floor or to save floor space above the machine tools. And the capacity for 1,000 of cutting tools is possible with either combination. So that also our MMS system, the software, is the core of everything here. So the MMS plans all the tool changes based on the production plan. It adapts to any changes and plans everything based on real-time production data up to 4 days advance. So what are the main benefits then for the increasing the productivity? So the real-time scheduling and the information of needed tools. So like I say, the tool find scheduling is up to 4 days ahead. We have the tool usage simulation and automatic tool requirements listing. And the machining can be started without all tools in the specific machine tools. Also, you have extended lights out capability, so the same up to 4 days. You have the full tool life utilization, so you are able to share the tools between the machine tools. And there is no need for production planning as the machines are 100% parallel capacity. And then also the error-free operation. So you have the centralized tool service position. And our MMS check always the tool ID when the tool will transfer from or to machine tool magazine or storage or the tool service position. So there will be also no tool mix-ups. So then what are the benefits for the saving parts? So of course, the smaller machine tool magazine investments are needed only. So you only need to have a small machine tool magazines, and then the rest of the main tools, amount of tools are stored our centralized tool storage. Also, you are able to reduce the tool cost because you can now share the tools between machines, so you don't need the individual tools for every machine. And also less sister tools, and especially all the expensive tools. The third savings is the less labor cost. And this is, of course, due to the organized processes, do the organized logistics, and do the automatic tool planning. And what I have already explained, you will save the money because you don't have the human errors. So less scrap, do the tool data management, no tool mix-ups, or no tool or spindle breakage. So it's time for the level 4, the tool service cell, which is our new output for this tool management, let's say, family. So what are the needs for the tool service cell? So one thing is the very short tool lives. So if the tool lives are very short and the demand for renewed tools high, the tool setup work is continuous. So possible this is leading for the production bottleneck. So the solution will be the tool service cell. So it will make the setups significantly faster. It reduces need for manual work, and it improves the operator ergonomics. So this is basically the outlook and the layout how our new tool service cell will look like. So first of all, we have the robot of centralized tool storage, which brings the worn out or the broken tool to the tool change place. Then we have a tool service robot, which moves a tool to tool loading station. When the tool or the tools has been moved to the tool loading station, the operator is able to go there and renew all the tools. and in the same time the robot can put the next burnout or the broken tools to the second loading station. So all the time the operator can work in the one tool loading station and the robot can work with the other loading station. And when all the tools are ready, which the operator has been fixed or changed, then the robot transfers those ready tools to washing and drying and also to the presetter, and then tools will be returned to the central tool storage automatically. So the benefits of the tool service cell are timely and automated tool setups, and it saves time from the manual work. And one of our customers, for example, with this cell, they save, let's say, one person per day that they don't need to have in the factory, because now it's a very efficient that all the tools coming automatically to one cell, and only one operator needs to do the job. And then during the night time, there is no need to do anything, because when the machine is still running, but the one or two operator has time to fix all the tools during the day shifts. And it will have also the great ergonomics, because the operator doesn't have to lift any tools. They're coming automatically to the position where it's very ergonomic to change those. So that was my presentation. Thank you very much about your attention. For more information about our tool management and the tool automation, please visit www.fastems.com or contact us.
Okay.
QA.
Yes. So thank you very much up to this point for the presentation. Well, if you have any questions right now, please do not hesitate to enter them in the question box. The speaker will be happy to answer them. But I cannot see any questions yet, but we will, of course, just wait a little bit longer to give you time to enter your question. So now I can see the first question coming in. So I will just read them out, Mr. Pojolainen, and you can give the answer, if this is okay.
Yep.
Okay, so question number one is, if I understood correctly, I need to have an FMS to install a tool automation system. If I wanted to purchase an FMS now and possibly add tool automation later on, does that need to be considered in the planning already?
Basically, of course, for the space point, it would be good to think about this tool automation already. And now basically we are talking about the level 3, where we have the tool storage, everything. So of course, our FMS can be purchased in the first place. You have the storage for the pallets, everything. But in the same time, it's good to think about that. Of course, it depends the height of the factory. It depends the spare floor space, that what kind of tool storage is possible to install there. But anyway, you are able to purchase the tool automation system later on. So this is very easy to implement later on when you have the FMS system. Also, it's possible in the first place only to purchase this tool automation and afterwards the FMS. But usually the customers are doing in the opposite or same time the both, because you will increase still a lot of your productivity with the tool management if you have the like I say, the high mix production or this kind of tools which lifetime is very short. So they are worn out all the time, and you have to transfer the tools between the machine tools all the time. And anyhow, the investment is not so bad when you consider the cost of the tools, the additional magazines, the machine tools, and so on.
Okay, thank you for this answer. I think this should have answered the question. So let me have a look if there's any other open questions. I can see a second question, and it says, where do those numbers and calculations come from? Could I have more detailed calculations made based on my shop's numbers?
Like I tried to explain that those numbers, of course, they're based on what we have the experience from our customers, and we have tried to put those as optimistic as possible and not showing the worst scenario in those cases. So even with those kind of numbers, I try to show that there is a huge impact. What are the meaning of the basically human errors and so on. So there is a huge impact if only even the customers go to the level 1 or level 2. So only the software will help to transfer the things, so there is no mistakes and you can be safe. But if you would like to get the more information about your production values, how much it could save the money to purchase with our FMS system or other solution, the level 1, level 2 or higher, or the tool automation or the tool management, we gladly help and give you the answers with your numbers. So that's not a problem.
Okay, thanks again for this answer. I will have a look if there's any other questions. Of course, just a comment. Of course, you're welcome to ask any questions after today's presentation as well. Just like Mr. Pohjolainen said before, you can ask any question after today. You can just write Mr. Pohjolainen an email, or you can use the web session homepage where you have registered for today's presentation. There's a question box. You can use them, and we will forward these questions to Mr. Pohjolainen as well, just for your information. But of course, you have now still the opportunity to ask a question. And I can see one more open question, and it says, is it possible to limit the use of some specific tools in this MMS tool management system? For example, in an FMS, if you want to use tool 1 on machine A, B, and C, tool 2 only on machine A, tool 3 only on machines A and B, and so on.
Short answer is yes, it's possible, but usually there is no meaning to reduce the tool usage for the other machines, because to use this kind of system where you can share the tools, usually the machine tools are the same, so you can have then 1 to X, and then you can share the tools between the machine tools. But of course, if there is a certain specific machine tool which the customer wants to only use for certain production, it's possible to limit and also lock down that this tool never leaves from the machine tool magazine. So there is a lot of possibilities how to make this setup for the system in certain way. But of course, it's recommended that they can freely go by machine to machine or to the storage. So then the system always can utilize all the tools in the correct time in the correct place. So it's the efficiency is the best in that case.
Okay, so this was the answer to this question. Now I cannot see any more open questions, but we will just wait a little longer to give you time. But it seems that there is no open questions, no more open questions coming in. So, Mr. Pojolainen, you can now address a few final words to the participants and say goodbye.
All right, like I say, thank you very much for your attention. And if you have any questions about the tool automation or other Fastems solution, please, of course, visit our webpage, and you can contact me or our sales directly anytime you would like, and we gladly help you for your problem to automate your solutions, your production, to get more productivity and get your more spindle time for your machine tools. Thank you very much, and have a good day for everybody.